Hey Mustangs, welcome back to another episode of The Spill. It's Tuesday, February 26, 2019. I'm your host, Riley Green, and I'm here with Kristen Anderson.
For your stories today, we'll be reporting on a tight situation, a second meeting, and a new exhibit.
Stay tuned for the latest.
In world news, 13 French citizens accused of fighting for the Islamic State group are being tried in Iraq instead of back in France. The president of Iraq says that 13 citizens were handed over by Syrian Kurdish forces last month. The French president says that he thinks they should be tried in Iraq and he denied to comment when asked about it. Countries like the UK, Belgium, the Netherlands, and the US are all wondering whether they should allow those who left to join the IS to return and if they should be charged when they do. When the 13 French citizens are tried, they could be charged with terrorism, which is punishable by death under Iraq law. What this means for the rest of the world is still a mystery.
In national news, President Donald Trump is speaking today with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to continue working towards a nuclear deal. This is their second summit in the past year, with the first being held 8 months ago in Singapore. Now in Hanoi, Vietnam, White House officials have high hopes that this meeting will bring significant strides in the denuclearization of North Korea.
In local news, a new exhibit is now in the upstairs gallery in the Etowah Depot Museum in Etowah. The exhibit is called Waterfalls and Musing. The exhibit features paintings of Tennessee's waterfalls by Lydia Best, along with showing off the Facebook posts she made while she was painting them. The exhibit will stay open until June, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30, but visiting hours will spill into the weekend beginning in April. Now, after the break, Riley brings us a closer look at a momentous anniversary. Stay tuned.
For our top story, today is the 100th anniversary of the Grand Canyon becoming a national park. To commemorate both the day and to bring more awareness to the industrialization threats facing the park, photographer Pete McBride decided to hike all 750 miles of the canyon. McBride, his friend writer Kevin Fedarko, and experienced Grand Canyon hiker Rich Rudo began their first attempt at the journey in September of 2015. But after overpacking and becoming sick from the extreme heat, they had to quit after about a week. After recovering, they changed their plan and decided to walk in 2 to 3 week sections. McBride and Fedarko began their second hike in November of 2015 and ended their final 2-week stint in October of 2016, skipping the hot summer months but still photographing the area. Throughout the journey, McBride went through 8 pairs of shoes, 4 sprained ankles, 2 broken fingers, a case of hyponatremia, and even threw his heart out of rhythm, requiring heart surgery. However, the photos and videos he took and the wisdom he gained from the experience made it all worth it. He created a movie out of his footage titled Into the Canyon, which premiered on February 9th on National Geographic in celebration of the Grand Canyon National Park's centennial anniversary.
That's all for your news today. Now on to your school announcements. The musical is playing this weekend. Times can be found both on the school website and around the school.
On Thursday, March 7th, there is a band concert at 7 p.m. in the auditorium.
Spring break is coming up the week after next, lasting from March 7th to the 15th. That's all for your school announcements. Now for an update from outside by Ashton and Chris for your weather.
Hey Mustangs, it's Chris here.
And it's Ashlyn. Today is Tuesday, February 26, 2019.
Your weather today is partly cloudy with a 0% chance of rain.
Right now, the temperature in the valley is 64 degrees, with your humidity percentage resting at 52.
Your high for today is in the 64 and the low is in the 36s. That's all for your Walker Valley weather report.
Now back to the studio for your Walker Valley announcements.
See you guys.
Bye.
I'm Madison. I'm here with my co-host Brittany, and we're here to give you the latest pop culture news.
From calling Gaga reductive to readily posing for photos with her, yes, Madonna and Gaga seem to have called a truce. Late Sunday night, Lady Gaga attended Madonna's after party, and the two look pretty close, as if they are ready to leave their feud in the past.
Kendall Jenner and Ben Simmons' relationship seems to be advancing into something more serious. After a brief split in 2018, it appears the couple is better than ever, with Kendall sitting courtside at quite a few of his games.
As most already know, President of Nintendo of America, Reggie, will be retiring before the summer, as he announced in a goodbye video a few days ago. The successor to the gaming world throne will be Doug Bowser, fitting name, I know, who already works for Nintendo as their current sales VP.
That's all for your pop culture news today.
Now into your sports with Chase and Nico.
A week ago, I went to a friend's house to do a musical interview. That friend's name is Jeremy Gardner. Jeremy Gardner is a great guitar player. He also does audio for the AV team here at Walker Valley. Today I'm going to be asking about his career as a musician. I'm Kevin Glover, and this is Music Shoutouts.
Okay, my first question is, what's your origin story? How'd you start out?
I grew up with my dad playing guitar, so it's always kind of been around me, so I figured I want to learn one day. So he brought me a guitar that he bought at a pawn shop, and from there I've just been playing about 6 years now.
What's your biggest accomplishment so far as a musician?
About 2 years ago, I competed in International Teen Talent, and through the Church of God, I placed third.
Now we're going to get into your personal preferences. Who's had the biggest impact on you musically?
The band Dream Theater and solo artist Mark Tremonti. A lot of the weird style chords I play with the sharp fives, add nines, diminished sevenths. A lot of that has to do with the John Petrucci influence with the prog side of things, but the big heavy riff stuff, a lot of that comes from Mark Tremonti. Even some stuff from King's X with the melodic stuff they do. They'll play a lot of open chords with just heavy right. Sounds pretty cool. Progressive rock and progressive metal are my favorites, but also like some good old Metallica and thrash and Led Zeppelin and all that.
Is there any music you don't like to play that you've had to play?
Contemporary music. I'm not a huge fan of just playing one-time signature 4 chords in an entire song. It just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah, I think it'd be very boring for you, considering a man of your talent.
When I'm writing, my mind's all over the place. I write something in 7/8, and then all of a sudden I'll be writing like 9 or even 4, back to 6 in one song, and just kind of sitting there counting 1, 2, 3, 4 for an entire song. It kills me.
And then you play contemporary and you don't get to do any of that.
Yeah, and that part's what kills me, because I'm sitting there playing. I'm like, man, what am I gonna eat?
What am I gonna eat?
Yeah.
How many hours a day do you put into guitar to get as good as you?
When I'm not working and I don't have anything going on outside of school, I typically put about 3, maybe 4 hours in a day. During school now, summer's another deal. I'll probably put about 6 in a day during the summer when I've got nothing going on other than work in the afternoon.
Have you ever had like an unbroken practice for like a crazy amount of hours?
10 hours straight.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. That's when I first started out. You got all that ambition inside. Of course, my fingers were dying, but you got all this ambition you want to get out. I want to be able to play this, so it's like, I'm going to sit here until I get it. And that's what is still driving me to this day, to try to play stuff that I can't play normally unless I sit down and just pound it. Why would he do that?
Hey, bud.
Hey, you're fat.
Yes, he is.
You're big. You're a big dog.
Come here. Zdenia.
Goodbye, doggo. All right. Well, it's paid off. You're really great.
Thank you, sir.
I want to see you play, and I want people to know just how great you are.
Will do.
All right.
All right.
Get at it.
Walker Valley Sports. Presented by Talk 101.3 The Buzz, your home of the Walker Valley Sports Zone every Monday night at 6:30 p.m.
What's up, Mustangs? I'm Chase. I'm here with my co-host Nico. We're here today to give you your daily sports news.
Houston Rockets guard James Harden saw his streak of scoring at least 30 points a game come to an end at 32 outings on Monday, when he finished with 28 points in his team's 119-111 over the Atlanta Hawks.
LeBron James is the only player in NBA history in the top 10 of both lists of assists and points.
DeMarcus Cousins scored a season-high 24 points on 9 for 15 shooting and added 11 boards and 3 blocks as Golden State took care of business in Queen City.
Trae Young dropped 36 points last night, making it his career high.
That's all for our show today.
For a complete recap of The Spill, check out our YouTube channel.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at The Spill TV. I'm Nico.
And I'm Chase. Have a great day and thanks for watching.